Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back in here. Hopefully, you watched the report from yesterday. We'll continue today with the report with the energies, how it goes. Um, a lot goes on in there, and you're gonna be seeing it like all of a sudden, certain things are shifting, certain things are changing. We're gonna be seeing at very interesting moments today. um just pay attention to it because there's gonna be a lot of hours that we are gonna be down, but then all of a sudden everything is just gonna be like tries to make sure it expand. But you're gonna be facing a lot of things. One of the things that's gonna be facing it, that is gonna be um karmic situations, old karma things that you've been. There's gonna be this interesting guidance that's gonna be to like don't repeat the things from generations before you, but mostly it's gonna be the generations that not your parents, the generations of before them. That's gonna be with the grandparents in there. What I'm saying at this is because Saturn met with the North Node in there, but that was not kind of like a pretty much active at that moment until what the moon, it doesn't comes in and it triggers that. The moon is going to be 150 degrees with Saturn, the North Node. Saturn is the karmic ruler. So Saturn joining the North Node in there, it is about like I'm taking over of what you should do. And this is why you're gonna be feel like welcome change of management. It's gonna be feel like readjusting to where you need to be. This is gonna be feel more about like it's time to let it go of what your plan is so you can follow the plan of the karma. And here is how a lot of the things it's gonna beginning to really compress you. Okay, because the work has to be done. The moon, it's going to be going into Capricorn, cardinal sign of things that needs to be done. Where? On Earth. Okay, so this energy, when it's coming from Pisces, it is more about that energy of the mentality process that needs to be done with this finger of God that we are going to have. You are going to be seeing it in your charts, guys. There's gonna be a lots of intensified moments. You're gonna be good in 1 minute, and the next minute you are ready to blow off. You are ready to do some crazy things. So this is about your ability to let it go of your own agendas, let it go of the things and thinking about it. What kind of karmic lessons you're gonna be looking at with yourself, not to repeat. Okay, you may have to go back into your parents, to your grandparents in there. You may have to do something with that. Okay, because Saturn represents the wise man within the family. Okay, he represents this grandfather. He represents this teacher of wisdom that it comes in. It's more masculine in there, while the moon and particularly the Liliths, they can be more connecting with the grandmother. You need to understand that with the grandmother, it's more connecting Neptune. Why? Because Neptune is controlling the vision, that it's more related into intuitions to the female energies in there. But Saturn is the karmic ruler. He is ruling the karma. He is in there that comes in and he says here why he's going to be. He's gonna make some adjustments. And those adjustments that's gonna be coming, you're gonna be seeing it in your screens. So without further ado, let's get this change of management um, situations up here, and there you go, because he was kind of like a hidden. So here it is. We're having at 7 o'clock in the morning energy. We're seeing that divine energies here that it's going to be coming in from Lilith, but we also have these divine energies that goes on from Uranus. You're seeing that energy that it's coming, the universe, it's acting about it. But Saturn is also a restrictor. Saturn is like, hey, you cannot do this, you cannot get into that, you cannot so on and so on. And since the moon, it is actually in that perfectly square there with Venus, with the North Node and Saturn. Saturn is basically telling you, if you're not ready, you're not going to go through it. If you're going to repeat cycles from previous generations, it's not going to happen. I am ruling you to put you in the right place with the North Node. I gave you everything. And this is going to be more applying to who? To Venus and Mars. We're talking about the divine union of the energies, the feminine and the masculine energies. This is more like a divine marriage that is going to be described. But when the divine marriages comes in, who is it in there? Right? The mother always has these situations in there. So since the North Node represents the incoming incoming karma that comes towards you, okay, because the cup is upside down. So whatever is in the cup, it's coming towards you. And on the other side, it is the cup that it's collecting, whatever you already worked that out. So we see that within those energies that you are going to be restricted. You are going to be feel like limited, like, oh my God, why I cannot do this? Why I cannot get that? Why I'm not going to go get into what I want? Saturn says it's not about what you want. You came here to fix your karma, not to run away from your karma. We change the management. We're going to shift the things. Who's going to be the shifter? The shifter is going to be Uranus. Okay? That divine energies from Uranus is going to comes in. It's going to be, the shift is in order. And you're going to be feel like what is happening. There's going to be some circumstances that are beyond your control. You can't control the divine. Okay? For those who doesn't understand what this purpose is about it, is the deep awakening. This is going to be I highly suggest you for today's to read a book. It's called Celestine Prophecy. Don't watch the video or the movie. Read the book. There's a reasons why. Because when you read the book, you get the energy that it comes with it. Okay. The author is James Redfield. Okay. It's not a commercial time. It is the right thing, and you're gonna be understanding that, particularly that energy that it comes in. We're going to have at 7 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Uranus. That is going to be the changes that is going to be upcoming. Midheaven, it's in Capricorn, perfect energies with Uranus. You're going to be corresponding to changes. All of a sudden going to work and they tell you, well, this boss was fired, you have a new boss. All of a sudden you're going to work and something at the work, it says like, well, a new company is going to buy us and they're going to do some restrictions. We don't know who's going to be left over. You're going to be seeing all that stuff all of a sudden, and you can have this within yourself because you're, guess what? You are not prepared. Okay? You're not prepared for your karma, and Saturn wants to make sure that you are. Saturn is going to comes in as a what? Reminder, hey, you have things to do, things to face, but not to repeat. All right, so with that energies in the next hour, we see at the midheaven it's going to be with Pluto, but currently Pluto, it's all these transformations and all these situations right now, they're under what? Under pressures. Pressures are from everywhere. Okay, we see in it that the sun is about to shift in Taurus, Mars is already in Leo, and that's going to be one of the things that you're going to be feeling it so much. And now we're seeing it that Mars and Uranus is creating this yacht towards the moon. Okay, the moon is where? At Sag. What is she's opposing who? Jupiter, the growth, your growth. Your growth that you want, your way that you want to have in there. But now the moon is also T-squaring the both knots. Okay? So your intuition is going to be like between the past and the future, between what you need to do and knowing that you have to go someplace that you are not familiar with it. but in a way you are, because you know what you have to face. You've been running from what you wanted to face. You've been running from your karma. Now, this is going to be able to heal you, to help you with this, and we are going to be seeing it that through the trine with the Chiron, with the moon. A lot of downloads coming in. I gotta make some other videos about this. But talking about that energies in there, there's gonna be this mix and match from within you. You're gonna feel the pressure cooker, but guess what? You're the cook, right? You can always turn off the knob and release the pressure. You can always lower it a little bit the temperature, but you're in the control, okay? The only thing is you don't know what is in there because you did not put it in there. You did not put the situations in there. You are just a part of the situations. And the only way you can do this in there is by learning to accept what's coming, what is going to be cooked, basically. All right. There you go. 9 o'clock. We have the ascendant is going to be at Gemini, opposing the moon. The energies are going to be pointing out towards Saturn. Things that you want is like basically what it is going on. What is it this? I want to know. And the only thing you will know is to have a faith and a courage with the universe. Okay? It's telling you. It is about friendshipness in there that is gonna be. I will feel sorry for you if you are one of those four zodiac signs right now: Sag, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini. I mean, all those, it's a lot of duality within you. You're like, oh my God, what is going on? And now we are going to be shifting from these dualities, okay, to our what? Cardinal and a permanent signs. Okay, Mars is already just moved into Leo. What is going to be coming in that? Right? Are you the little child that it's always from his insecurity is going to be this bully and so on and so on, or you're going to be taking a charge and correct yourself? You see, this is going to be the corrections of Mars that he's been looking from within. So with the moon has been in Sag, we're going to be experiencing a lot of what? Internal self-evaluations from within. All right, talking about later on at 10 o'clock, we're seeing it that the ascendant is moving into to Cancer, proper energies with the midheaven. Oh, it's going to be about the emotions. You're going to feel emotional, okay? You're going to be feeling emotional. The divine energies is going to be start pouring in. So picture this. We have Uranus at 25 degrees. We have the moon at what? 27 degrees. We have the south node at 25 degrees. We have the north node at 25 degrees. We have a Venus at 25 degrees. Okay, and the sun, it is at 28. So all this energy, all of a sudden, it comes in to tell you need to finish things. And Saturn is what? Saturn is moving towards who? Towards Neptune. To tell you, here is going to be the new beginning. I'm going to give it to you. If you get a chance, you can cross it now. If not, I'm going back and I'm going to be doing what I'm supposed to do. So you better listen it right now and do what you have to do as the karmic lessons, because the next year there will be like either do it or you're not doing it. Okay? Because that particular transitions from Pisces into Aries is going to be helping, because Saturn is beginning new cycle. Everything with the old cycle, everything with the old karma, it's got to be finished. It's got to be complete. Since we have a Venus in there into the North Node, it's got something to do about the love. Okay? Because if the grandparents had no love, or the grandparents had the love, but something within you is not doing right, all of a sudden that energy is going to be what? Transferred. But you can also transfer the grandparents' love that was properly built from the ages. And now you're not repeating the karmic lessons of your parents, of yours, that they didn't love each other. It's going to be all this kind of like an internal within you, but it's got to be more evolved with where? Within the soul. Okay? It's going to be kind of like a grand awakening to the reality of what you need to do. Okay? It's got to be doing it with this. All right. The next hour, it's going to be at 11 o'clock. That energy is going to hit you as the ascendant is going in towards the Mars at Leo. We are seeing that divine energies of hope, it's increasing so much. Okay. The moon is going forward. She's putting more pressures within Saturn. You are beginning to build this emotions. All of a sudden, it's like these fiery emotions. I want to do what I want to do, and I cannot do it. Okay. Mars is T-squaring the Sun and Lilith right now. That particular energy, and plus that it's opposing Pluto, it is about I don't want to change. I don't like these changes. It's the same thing like you go into the company and they change because you're losing what? The security. You need to understand there is no security on this earth. There is only an opportunity, and that lies within you. And when other people are secured for you or trying to do some secure situations, they are in the control of you. And you need to understand that within these processes, how you're going to be thinking of that. You have to what? Get to work. Okay? And you are going to be seeing it as the moon, it's going to go through Capricorn. This is going to be the general work that you need to do. You're going to feel it. And wait until 5 p.m. I'll show you the chart. You guys going to see something really interesting because you can take for long to understand and do interpretations of those energies, but it is what it is. I want to try to make it short and sweet. Okay? All right. Talking about 12 o'clock, this energy as the ascendant, it's going to be going into Leo. We see that opposition of transformations. Are you going to keep that Saturn within you? Are you going to keep that positiveness of the teacher within you? I'm going to be learning. I see there is going to be a tough moments. I see going to be a rough times, but I am going to be keep myself cool. And that is it, the moments when you actually going to be able to make this awakening shift within you, finding in your own powers. Okay? But if you're getting crushed by the powers, guess what? You're going to be fighting. And when you start fighting with the energies within yourself, start fighting with these emotions within yourself, things is not going to be pretty. Okay? And this is why Saturn right now, it's what? Put some limits in your emotions, puts a cap on it. Okay? And that cap, it is about you to vent it little by little. Okay? Like the pressure cooker. You have that little knob, you open up a little bit, you can adjust the pressures. All right, 1 o'clock, the midheaven, it's gonna be with the sun. That is about the authority. Hopefully you don't have problems with authority in there. Hopefully you don't have issues in there, but you probably will. Your own personal authority or authorities with others, especially when other people comes in and tells you, we have these things and we got that stuff and and Saturn is like, no, 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 you cannot do this. Wait a minute. Okay. The moon and the sun, they're going to be a beautiful trine. That is going to be when your tuition and authority is going to be working together during this time. Okay. So with that energies that it's coming from the moon and the wisdom that comes from the universe and Mars, that's going to be giving you that boost to give this to the authority to tell, wait a minute, what are we doing here? We're doing something wrong. We need to fix the things on earth. Okay? Hold your fire. All right? Wait a minute. Some other people is gonna be like this. Some other people is gonna be they cannot handle this pressure, especially if you have a personal situations in there, and you try that pressures to get it off. Don't get it off towards other people. One thing you need to understand in there that when you're talking about things, a drama and a trauma, you're actually spreading it out. Okay? Looking at within yourself, understanding that the energy is like, okay, what I need to see first within me. Okay? If you have to create a little kind of like a mantra for your own self, always be that. Okay? First, I need to see within me. Okay? You're going to see how positive and how great this is going to be. Because if someone comes in with your problems towards you, how would you feel? Right? All right. The day goes by. It's 2 o'clock. Ascendant, it's going to be at Leo. The wisdom, it's coming. Right now, we're seeing this divine energies towards the North Node and Lilith. The shadow side, the things that were hidden in there, it's coming out. All of a sudden, in there, it's going to be having a lot of positiveness to bring this energies towards the authority. There's going to be some emotional time. You're going to realize things. Okay? If you created a karma on this lifetime, you're going to know about it. If you were looking at the karma that comes in as a family or as a culture, okay, you're going to be getting into this. Okay? Saturn is also a guilt tripper. All right? Let me tell you that. But he's like, here's the one consequences, here is the other. What are you going to do? And at the same time, oh, I don't know, and so on. And the only thing you need to do is, what are you going to be advised me, Saturn? And Saturn is going to advise you. Take a look at this position, let's take a look at these positions, and how you're going to be able to balance yourself out to go forward with this. Because the one side is living down, the other side is going to go up. And how you're going to be creating your evolution, where that fits you. And then Saturn's going to tell you, don't act in certain ways. And this is why Saturn right now, it's giving us this warning, because when a Saturn moves into areas, we are going to be reborn this wisdom. But you need to restrict yourself from the old. So basically going into the age of Aquarius, you're building your new personality, you're building your new higher self, you're building yourself up in there. You become this teacher, this master, as a Saturn is. Okay? And guess what? Saturn says like you cannot drag in this into the new personality. And this is why it's this cap. Put it in right now. Okay? Particularly when a Saturn joins the knots, you need to understand. Or a T-square, then particularly, that is one of those things that he makes the adjustments and it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? When it's a T-squaring, it's basically like, okay, how much did you fix? How much you got from the one to the other? All right, 3 o'clock. Midheaven, it's going to be with Uranus. That energy is going to come down towards the moon. Powerful moments because the moon is shifting pretty much. It's ready to go to Capricorn. It is about these energies, about the public servants. So if you are public servants in the next 2.5 days, you're probably going to feel these energies in there. A lot of government situations could be, a lot of wisdom has to comes in, and so on. If you're working on one of those, like a policeman, firefighter, doctor, and so on, those public services, official that it's there, they're tied up to the government. You understand what I mean by that. You're gonna feel this situations in there. But those sudden changes that's going to be coming from Uranus, you basically have to what? Accept them. Okay? They are for your own what? Good. Okay? Because the adjustments are needed. So we can move in a proper directions in a proper way. Okay? And the people who does not want to change, oh well, God bless them so. That's all you can do. But you are the person can decide. You want to change or you want to remain the same. Okay. All right. 4 o'clock, not pretty much going on, right? You're gonna be looking at these organizations from Virgo and going towards the growth, but there is no growth in there. What is the growth? There has to growing. Something has to happen. Something needs to be achieved. Now it's kind of like Everything is kind of like a pretty much, you feel the buzzing sounds, but kind of like a quiet. Okay, it's if you ever been into the forest sometimes, and you walk into a forest, you hear some birds, and all of a sudden you walk into the forest, and it's just like quiet like it's a tomb. And guess what? You know something's up, and all of a sudden you see either rain or either a lot of wind or something, because they feel it, right? It's the same thing with the feeling from within you. It's gonna be a lot of dualities during this moments. So you're gonna be like, is it normal, abnormal? It is everything okay? It is, I don't know, I don't understand. You're not gonna have a lot of information, okay? So here it's coming 5 o'clock and everything it just comes in, it blows up the fuses. This is kind of like you work all your day, and at the end of the day they tell you, you know what, we actually have to let you go. I'm sorry, right? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna take it? But if you look at within this, in there, this is gonna be the time when the Saturn's gonna be like everything is okay, everything is gonna be in order. I got you back. I know how to bring you there. Okay. This is gonna be some very particular energies, as the midheaven it's gonna be at Gemini, the moon it's gonna be at Capricorn. We have the ascendant at Virgo, and Saturn it's at the end in there. So that shift it's gonna happen from duality signs into the cardinal signs in there. That shift is gonna be required, this cardinal awakening, because shit has to happen. So shift to happen. And that's what this is look like. Okay. A lot of this squares in there, a lot of this cardinal shift and changes is going to be leading to what? To some great awakening. A lot of the people is going to be awakening of the great time. Okay. We're looking at these energies of the ascendant towards the sun. It is about to have these divine energies backed it up. Right now, the moon it's depending of what? Only the energies of Mars, right? She's communicating with the authority. She is okay and sees what is wrong. All right. But these deep truths that comes out from Lilith, they are gonna be also helping to wake this up. Who is creating this? Neptune and Aries. Neptune and Aries right now, it's giving you the visions. It's like, look how deep the shit goes. And you're gonna be like, oh my God. Okay. So seeking a depth in there from within yourself, particularly at this 5 o'clock, take time. Just observe. Okay. Observe of where you are guided to go. Let the universe told you, I gave you the divine guidance. It's the divine moments. Just follow the path and don't worry about anything. I got you. Okay. Inside of me, it's ringing the song. I got you, baby. All right, well, the next hour, the things have calmed down, and you're like, okay, all right, now what? I'll figure it out. I'll get things. I'll get what there needs to be. Not a problem. Situations is okay. It's under control. You're looking at this balance. Yeah, guess what? The ascendant, it is trining with Pluto, and Pluto says like, no problem. Things will change. Don't worry about it. You need to let some of the things go. Okay. There's gonna be some people though who's not gonna let it go because they don't know the ability of let it go. They never let it go. They always have to be, oh, this is not right. It has to be fixed. Oh, this is was not okay. It has to be fixed. Oh, this is not. Oh, that is not. That is so on. They don't let it go. At the moment, they need to learn. They have to let it go because otherwise, what? You spend 3 hours on something small to be nervous about it, when these 3 hours was actually they were made for you to make one of the most important things about yourself, to learn to let it go. Okay, because your ability to let it go is going to be not only a requirement in there, is necessary for your spiritual evolution. 3 things: trust, surrender, and let go. You don't know those 3 things. You don't mastering those 3 things. Saturn's going to teach you on that. Okay? All right. The next hour, that's going to be at 7 o'clock. Midheaven is going to be with Mars. Now that energy of Mars is like, okay, I need to look at it down there. What's going on with this Saturn? I need to go within the depth. But Mars is also some issues with how did this authority, how did that allow this to happen? It is anything that I did. How is this thing? Wow, the others didn't help me. And here is that energies of Mars going into Leo, squaring Lilith and Scorpio. Okay, that energy has a very particular things. It's called a vengeance, revenge. So we may gonna see a lot of this going around. Okay, particularly opposing and squaring Pluto and squaring the authority. Could be a lot of improper uprising. Okay, improper uprising. Basically, all you need is just little spark, and here it is. Everything goes to blow. All right. 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at the end of Libra. That is going to be opposing the sun, put some more pressures within that positions. You're now balancing yourself out. You're going to blow the fuses. But you see that green light that it says like, what should I see? You know, I see this, but where should I go? Well, that energy is going down to Neptune and Mercury. You need to learn to talk to yourself a new way. All right, because your North Node is gonna be asking for it, because your North Node is with who? With Venus. Your deep love depth within yourself, and you might not gonna like it when you know, you're thinking about something and all of a sudden Saturn is changing that shift, and it's like you need to look at it for these new things. You know, like what? I don't need this new things. All of a sudden you these new things. It is what it is. He's going to show you why later on, I hope. Okay? So if you're kind of like a shifted to look something else, there's got to be a reason. Trust me, I went through this. I know how that goes. I wasn't happy that I was shifted like this. All of a sudden, I need to think about something that's totally out of whack. Okay? All right. 9 o'clock. Midheaven is going to be at Leo. That is going to be that wisdom. Towards the North Node, you've grown up, you wisen up, you built yourself up, and now it's like, okay, I'm accepting it, what's coming. All right. Now you trust, you surrender, you let it go, I hope. Okay, that's the part of that inner work. Because you need to learn this wisdom. Because later on, you're going to be what? Organize yourself on that wisdom from within. Now, the moon, it's beginning with that 2nd degrees of Capricorn. You're going to be start thinking, what am I supposed to do? What I'm supposed to physically do? I'm talking about physical work. You're going to know what you need to do. You're going to have like pretty much 2 more days, because it's about a half a day. It's already passed within this. Until the moon is going to get out of this Capricorn. And when the moon's going to be joining Pluto, that is going to be some interesting moments in there, because this is going to be unifications with transformations, right? But that transformations right now, it is connecting with who? With Mars. Because Pluto says like, my focus is on the other side. Okay, it's another signs. So this Aquarius Leo situations, particularly if you have something within that, you're gonna be seeing it in there from within yourself. If you have a planets in there, they might gonna help you to tell you what are you going to do with this? Okay. All right, here it's 11 o'clock. More energies. It's kind of like a boiling it up again. You going through these emotions that happen through the day, but that reminds you about where the moon was in the beginning of Sag. That is about this philosophy. It's about these changes that you're looking at 2 days ago. Go back in about 2, 3 days ago and go watch the reports. You're gonna figure something out that it's important to you, because all these energies was calling with who? With Saturn, the North Node, Venus, Neptune, Mercury. Okay, it's about the guidelines that you're getting for the shift that needs to happen from your old way, fixing old stuff, removing old stuff, complete old stuff, and beginning the new path. Okay, and that's what this is all about. Okay, but stay cool at 5 p.m. And that's what it was the report for today. Hopefully you enjoy and liking it. Looking forward for your comments on there. And let's gonna be seeing it, what we are gonna be doing it tomorrow. Okay. All right. So here how's the day's gonna come. Tomorrow, when we get in, you don't want to talk about certain things. The moon is going to be a squaring Mercury and Neptune, but the things is going to be more related about governors, government, related work, probably a paperwork, documents in there. But also it's going to be from within you that you are going to be looking at of cardinal changes of profession. It's like I want to change something. I want to change something from within myself. That could be in the regular 3D, but in a spirituality, that is going to be I need to take the leadership here on earth. Okay, you want to put your soul in charge here on earth, and that's what Capricorn is. Okay, that is, if you have a North Node and Capricorn, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like you feeling like you are destined to be right there. Okay, depends on what house is gonna be telling you on what area you're gonna be working on it. Okay, but that's what it's gonna be more. We're gonna be looking at this report tomorrow. So for right now, guys, thank you so much for watching. I see that nobody came to the chat. I want to wish you good luck in there, and I will see you tomorrow. Be love, guys.